The moment a deleted scene becomes a legal weapon, everything changes. A short clip, barely a minute long, is now at the center of a fight between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. A fight that has taken their film far beyond the screen. This video will break down what the footage actually shows, why the kiss was never supposed to happen, and how the scene became the spark for a lawsuit that stunned Hollywood. And the truth hides inside a question no one expected to ask. What really happened on that set? The tension started with a simple but sharp mystery. Why would Blake Lively add a kiss that wasn't in the script? And why did that moment disappear from the final cut? Justin Baldoni's lawyers claim the newly revealed footage answers that question. Blake Lively claims something very different. And once the strikes ended, the truth didn't get clearer. It only got messier. When the clip surfaced in the November 13th court filing, it immediately raised a new question. How did a deleted scene turn into the core of a legal battle? The scene was filmed in a hospital room on May 19, 2023. It shows Baldoni and Lively acting out an emotional moment between Ryle and Lily. In every take, according to Baldoni's lawyers, Lively leaned in and kissed him. They claim she oversaw the scene and added that moment herself, even though the script didn't include a kiss at all. And this wasn't a small, subtle choice. They argue she repeated it in take after take. This is the moment Baldoni's team now points to as proof that she improvised physical contact long before she complained about unwanted improvisation from him. The twist is that this footage appears to contradict a major claim in her lawsuit. Blake Lively's complaint states that she returned to production after the strike with strict conditions, and one of them was clear: no more unscripted kissing. Her filing describes it as a boundary she set after earlier moments that made her uncomfortable. In her telling, Baldoni improvised kisses during the first part of filming and crossed professional lines. She says she raised concerns, pushed back, and came back only after laying out a long list of rules, including no more improvising of kissing. She claims the environment on set had already become tense and that she was trying to protect herself. That is where this new video lands, right in the middle of their conflicting stories. Baldoni's team now argues that the footage proves the opposite. In their January lawsuit, the massive $400 million one later dismissed, Baldoni's lawyers said all kisses filmed before the strike were scripted. No improvisation, no surprises, nothing inappropriate. But now they've revised the timeline. They say this newly revealed hospital scene was filmed before the strike break, and that the unscripted kiss in it wasn't added by Baldoni, it was added by Lively. This raises an uncomfortable question. If the kiss was Lively's improvisation, why is Baldoni being accused of improvised physical contact? That's the angle Baldoni's team is pushing, as they ask the judge to rule in their favor without going to trial. Their motion for summary judgment insists the video should reshape the entire case. They say it proves that the accusations against Baldoni are inconsistent with the footage. They say it shows that Lively engaged in behavior she later claimed to oppose. But the battle doesn't end there. Lively's side rejects that framing completely. In her filing from November 12, her lawyers say they have extensive evidence of retaliation, claiming that negative stories about her were amplified, boosted, or planted by the Wayfarer and Wallace parties, meaning Baldoni's team and his affiliated companies. Her complaint goes far beyond the kiss. She accuses Baldoni of watching her naked on monitors, creating a hostile environment, and carrying out a smear campaign designed to damage her reputation once she pushed back. Baldoni denies all of it. The deeper this fight goes, the more each filing pulls the story in a different direction. Lively insists the issue is safety, boundaries, and respect. Baldoni insists the issue is truth, consistency, and what actually happened during filming. And in the middle sits a single, minute-long deleted scene, filmed long before anyone thought it would become evidence. The tension widened in January 2024, when It Ends With Us was preparing to resume filming after the Hollywood strikes. That meeting became a turning point. Lively met with Baldoni and the producers with a long list of conditions. The kiss rule was only one of them. Her legal team says she was trying to protect herself after uncomfortable experiences during the first phase of production. Baldoni's team says her conditions were unreasonable and disruptive. This meeting is where both sides agree the relationship shifted. What they don't agree on is why. And then, everything hit the courtroom. The judge dismissed Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit, but the main case, Lively's, is headed toward trial. Both stars are expected to testify. Both will have to answer for the footage, the scripts, the meetings, and the moments each side says the other is twisting. Baldoni's lawyer Brian Friedman says they remain fully committed to pursuing the truth. Lively's legal team says they can prove retaliation. Both sides insist the evidence favors them. And both sides insist the other is rewriting the narrative. One of the most striking parts of this controversy is how small the spark actually was. A quick, soft, improvised kiss. Something that never made it into the movie, never appeared in trailers, never reached fans. A moment invisible to the public until now. Yet that invisible moment became the beginning of a public war. It became the center of filings, exhibits, press statements, and claims of harassment and retaliation. It became the proof one side points to, and the contradiction the other side rejects. The conflict has grown beyond the scene itself. It now includes allegations of reputation damage, manipulated online stories, pressure from outside stars like Taylor Swift, which Baldoni referenced in earlier filings, and months of private tension that neither actor spoke about publicly during production. What started as a film adaptation of a best-selling romance novel has become a drama far harder to script and, honestly, impossible to edit. This is why the deleted kiss matters. Not because it changes the movie, but because it changes the narrative. It creates a question neither side has fully answered. If the kiss was improvised, who added it, and why? Baldoni says it was Lively, every take. Lively says the issue isn't that moment at all, but Baldoni's larger pattern of behavior. The only thing both sides share now is the knowledge that the truth, whatever it is, will come out in court. And the most haunting part is that the footage didn't settle anything. It only made the questions louder. The scene was cut from the final film, but it may end up deciding the real-life ending behind it. When the judge reviews the clip, when the trial begins, and when both stars sit in front of the court, the moment that never appeared on screen may become the scene that changes their careers forever. The kiss didn't make it into the movie, but it may become the most important scene either actor has ever filmed. If you'd like to stay updated as this case unfolds, just hit the like button so the algorithm knows you want more stories like this. Subscribe if you want deeper breakdowns on the biggest Hollywood twists, and share this video with anyone following the drama behind It Ends With Us. More updates are coming soon, and you definitely won't want to miss what happens when this one goes to court.